Hey guys, it's me. I'm back. I just wanted to do another video starting where I left off in my craft room. I'm trying to do these in parts, that way it's not like one super long video, and so that you guys can see the layout of my room. And it is a very detailed craft room tour, so I hope you guys enjoy. So I stopped at on my tabletop on what I had. So over here, I have a basket full of stuff that I want to, like this, I want to cut down and put onto a scrapbook page. Some cards, some old pictures, this thing to sort things with, things I want to add to pages or cards, type stuff. So yeah, there's that. This is my caddy that I keep all my tools in. This is the handle to my die cutting machine, my pens, my X-Acto knives, my ruler, all the business goes in there. This is another light that I keep on here. And it works amazing. So, and then I have this little drawer thing here that I use to keep 3 of my favorite distress inks in. And then I keep the blending brushes and the blending tools in the container right here. These are the clips I like to clip my hair up in. My Copic markers, ones that need filled. These are all colored images that I need to color up or already colored. This is all Christmas stuff down here in this drawer thing from Dollar Tree. This is all like 3D tickets and then flowers that need put together. This is Christmas, Halloween. This is Christmas and Halloween stuff I need to put together and cut out and stuff. These are my watercolor pens that are markers that I got out to watercolor. It's Christmas scraps. This is Christmas stuff here, like washi tape and die cuts and tags and stuff. This right here is full of embossing folders and dies that I want to work on next. And then this is an album that I started and I need to finish. So a lot of in process stuff. Speaking of that, I have this whole tote of die cuts. Like this is bubbles that I need to make. Finish that up. These are pumpkins I need to finish up. Pool Fun. These are the Tim Holtz dies. Big Hugs. Just a lot of in-process die cuts in this. So there's that. I'm just going to leave it out here. So I'm working on that. And then I have my ribbon holder here, which my dad made. It used to mount up in my old craft room. I had it up on a shelf and I designed it. It spins and everything, and then I could mount it up, like I could lift it and set it up in it, and then I could get it back off and then put it up on the table as I was using it. So it houses some of my ribbon, not all of my ribbon. This I have to put my daughter's name on for school. Down here, I will do it from this angle. So down here, I have binders with all of my stickers. So they're all labeled, what I have in each, and I have them in page protectors. And then I stick the sticker in there with a piece of copy paper or something like a piece of cardstock or whatever I'll put in there to keep it more sturdy. That way I can flip through and see what I have. These are lunch bags I hope to alter and make into an album. These are photos. Those are photos. Those are photos. These are photos I need to shred. These are pictures. These are pictures. These are more stickers down here. So that is that shelf. One thing I didn't share was how my desk is made. So I have those two. I have a bookshelf here and a bookshelf there that is from Walmart. It's those real cheap 3 shelved or 4 shelved, I don't even know, bookshelves. And I just screwed in a piece of melamine board to the top from Home Depot that I had them cut down to size. So it made my table here. So that is how I made my tabletop. Here is my daughter's station here. We have some scissors for her, all of her tools, She has her own cart here with like her markers, her coloring books or paper pads, die cuts, markers, crayons, stencils, stickers, paper, her little trash can thing here, her name, her tape. This is where she works, a sticker. She has her own light. I got this from Dollar Tree. It does get warm. Her washi tape. And then this is kind of her little station here with her erasers, decorative erasers, her name, a jar that she made here. An old stapler that I have, a bird thing that my husband's grandma gave me. This is something my husband gave me. Harry Potter stuff, beads, a clay frame that I made, a Christmas stamp. Those are old stamps from a hardware store near us. Those are some things that my daughter and my husband made. A picture of her, a nail thread thing that she made. She painted that. A friend of mine made this spider for me. An old stamp, hole punch in the back. My daughter made this. These are some sequins, beads, nothing, beads, spray paint, Harry Potter. This board I made, I clipped some cards to it that people had made. Before I get too carried away. Over here, I have some like wood pieces, some metal pieces, stuff like that stored there. Some bling, an album there, some more chipboard there. That is actually a lot of boards that I saved from work because they were just going to get tossed. They go between ranch cups and barbecue cups and stuff like that, and they're thicker. So I figured those could help sturdy some tags or cards and stuff like that. Over here I have my old computer, my daughter's paper trimmer, some paper for her that she has. This is all tech stuff, like my photo printer, a screwdriver, yeah, stuff like that, all tech stuff. These are all my embossing folders. This is some more creative memories. This is the heat tool that you can make pockets with, an album that I was doing, and then there's some random things in there. And here is like another tech drawer slash like junk journal type stuff. This is that emoji type stuff that I planned on making stuff with and haven't. This is that wand that I plan on scanning all my scrapbook layouts in eventually and storing them digitally. That way, in case anything happens, I have them. This has my mouse pad, charger, all that goodness. This is all of my beads and my charms. Or not my beads, but my charms. I store in these Dollar Tree containers. Okay. Over here, in this drawer, I have some metal pieces, some rings that I use for albums or to store things on, some thread for making bracelets. Here's some like little wooden things. These can turn into wheels or something. Blank books, some border type stuff. That is to make your wax seals. An old vintage ink pad, some dowel rods. Let me see. I gotta move things in order to get to things, which I hate. Some more punches in here. Okay, now let's go through this cart. So in this cart, this is like my stamping cart. I used to keep next to my station, but I moved it over here. It has extra glue, some more of that stamping mist, some extra pens that you can use for scrapbooking. They are made for scrapbooking. This is where I store like my markers at. Like my watercolor ones and my Copic ones, they're just on my desk right now because I've been using them. Some Distress inks, Copic refills, some paints, some more markers, some watercolor paper, alcohol ink paper, some more mats to use. Down here is my Tim Holtz platform, my blending foam for all my blending things, an extra paper trimmer that does like all the things. These are all of my Distress inks. I have stored down here with some more alcohol ink pad things. This is a like a tool caddy by Sizzix. Here is my Stamparatus. I believe this was from Close to My Heart. No, Stampin' Up. Stampin' Up. Oh, my magnets came off. If I can get it. Yeah, this is another stamping tool that I have from Stampin' Up. So that's in that cart. Sorry guys, I'm trying to do this all one-handed. Over here are some beads, a punch, some more beads here, some trees, some sequins, a Harry Potter thing. These are all in my vinyl, like wall vinyl, permanent vinyl, HTV, all in these. I don't really use that a whole lot. Every once in a while I'll label something, but I really am not a fan of vinyl. It drives me insane. Over here on this shelf, I have my December daily. I have everything in this thing that I'm working on for this year. I have some extra like chipboard albums here. My daughter's coloring kits here. This is just storage for something. I don't think there's anything in that. In here, I have all of my long alphas or stickers. And then all along here, I have iris containers like these, like this, like this here, labeled like Christmas, sports. Oh my God, I have another Christmas. Oh my goodness gracious. I have another Christmas thing. Christmas, sports, page refills. There's Disney, there's baby. All of them are labeled with those labels here, but those are all iris containers along there. I think one is sports. Yeah, this one's sports. Because I make a lot of sports cards for the card group. Okay, and then up here, I got this at a wedding. I filled it with some balls that I can use on embellishments. This is like some 3D embellishment type stuff I've thought about getting rid of, but I'm not sure yet. Christmas tree is an old ink pad. I didn't share what was in these. This is all my mixed media stuff. Texture paste, grit paste, all that business. Some more Stampin' Mist. And then over here is my square reader, Polaroid zip, all that business there. And then this shelf here, I have random stickers, bling and pearl stickers, photos, embossing, alcohol inks, and ink pads. I have bling. This one I'm not sure. It must be empty because it's not labeled. Chipboard pieces, tags, alphabet punch board thing, magnetic stamps. This is alcohol inks. These are little clips I can hang stuff on. I used to have all those hung on this thing here. I don't know if you guys can see, but I used to have stickers all hung on that. Beads, sequins, extra scissors, all my Stampin' Up ink pads, some fun books right there. Up here I have my label maker, a stapler, my oh, I forget what their pocket page that somebody made me. My grandma's hat that she wore to the zoo with us, in memory of her. This I have just some cords and stuff, so tech stuff. This is an extra cutting plate. This has extra ink pads. This has my Cricut Joy, wax sealing stuff, more beads, flowers, extra ribbon, all my memory decks things that people made me for a giveaway that I did. Cards that people sent are there. And then to this wall here, I have single sheets here. This used to be my daughter's workstation, but I temporarily took it over. Or not temporarily, I took it over because she wasn't crafting with me as often. So, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and stop here, and then I'm going to start another video, and it should be my last video that I do. So stay tuned for one last section of my craft room. Talk to you guys later. Have a wonderful crafty time. Bye, guys.